It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Nico Collins. He's coming off a stellar day, scoring twice and adding a bunch of yards as well. It's the Texans and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 123 yards and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And this will be a Texans first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
18, Pioneer! Cup 19! Cup 19!
Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 57 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last. And
when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy. Okay, we're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Ready? Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Pickett.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Pickett back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 6-0 our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll throw again with Pickett. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. Stroud now. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like. Johnson moves the chains after he did plenty in 2022, leading the Steelers in yards and catches, but also had the unfortunate distinction of having the most catches yards in the NFL without a touchdown last season. That should be rectified early and often this year.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
And it'll be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Here's Stroud. Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On the return is Peterson. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett.
And that will be incomplete as well. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Come on, come on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Stroud on third down now. And this pass broken up. With a contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Pickett slides down and he picks up the first.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Johnson's got it complete.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Here's Pickett.
This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football program.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Flush to his right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive.
Pickett setting up the screen. Harris.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, well for a solid gain.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And a Steeler first down.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is John. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Pickett. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Pickett.
Complete. It's Johnson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Connor Hayward.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Stroud looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Shakes him, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller, because you know they worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
Reload.
Pickett back to throw. That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
They'll throw again with Pickett. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Here's Tank Dell to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Play action. Stroud now.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Stroud to throw it.
They'll roll him out right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. They run here with Singletary. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Texans 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Najee Harris.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming day.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Tank Dell now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
And Stroud now to throw.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. This one left side caught by Collins.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Stroud.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stroud.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Come on. Hey.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
97 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Here comes Dell on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And now out come the Steelers.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Here's Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them.
Week 5 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Nico Collins. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Texans and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love is how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense, 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Black swap. Yellow, Lonnie.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
A 45-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
Somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To about the 40-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
18 carries, 115 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On second down, it's Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Texans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Nico Collins,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL. I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ready?
First down, here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. Now, they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Stroud.
Flush to his right.
That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Houston signed Woods to be the steady veteran presence of a young offense and receiver room. One of the most respected receivers in the league. 10 seasons, never fewer than 500 yards, even in a down year.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Singletary here running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Stroud looking to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ka'imi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
White, switch, yellow, Smith, red, black swap, hut, hut.
3rd and long now, Ritter. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 6.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Check pink.
2nd and 5.
Opposite, green, check white, switch, yellow, Smith, red, black swap.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, yeah, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Yellow, one. Blue, check. Check pink. Opposite, green, check white. Hut, hut.
Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Robinson again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Yellow,
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Let's go now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Another carry for Pierce.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Stroud from his own end zone. Taking a shot for Dell here.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And taken at the 46. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ritter from the gun.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Check pink.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shot 17.
Here's Ritter. This pass is caught by London.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ritter to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go right here.
Okay, break. Opposite, green, hut.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Yellow, Smith, red. Go.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Stroud off the play fake.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. But it's all said and done. It's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This is 2nd and 8.
97.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Ritter now.
That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Ritter back to throw.
This will be caught at about the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Ritter off the play fake. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Steven Nelson, and he's able to to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go, set.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
Tiny Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Opposite, green, check white.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by
Denzel Perryman. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Pierce. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll run for it with Pierce. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary from 4 yards out. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 15 now.
A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So out come the Falcons now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X.
Oh, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Stroud sets up the play action. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 26 yards.
And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Ritter's throw complete to Hollins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Ready, set.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this down to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Robinson on a give right side.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Opposite, green, check white, switch, yellow, Smith red, black swap.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Ritter on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And a good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Ritter's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, it's Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Stroud on third down now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Ridder.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one even matter.
Well, they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Another throw coming up here for Ridder. Right back to Pitts again. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. Ridder to throw it.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Come on, set.
Here's Ridder.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Ritter wants to throw it. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
A final shot now for Ritter. This ball intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But, Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for Houston, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.